Hi there everyone, I'm just doing a Mass Effect 2 video review, so let's get to it. This game I just picked up on the day it came out, January 26th, 2010. Approximately a week ago, I finished this game. Well, I had a holiday from I got Thursday, Friday off, and I finished this game in probably 25 hours. I'm guessing. I think about 25 hours. That's also doing side quests and all that. So I don't want to give away too much of the plot within this game, but you know, it's this one. They have really fixed it up. It is an excellent game. It's very well made. I believe it's definitely. I think it's definitely the game of the year. I mean, there haven't been very many games that have come out yet, but, you know, still, I believe 2010 is going to be, like, the renaissance of gaming, as it is for movies and for music that's going to go along, I can already tell. So, right off the bat, the game follows Mass Effect 1, which is right here. You play as Commander Shepard again, except in the beginning, you actually die. You know, the opening is one of the most, you know, it's probably one of the greatest video game scenes you will ever see. There's one shot in it where it's just absolutely breathtaking. It's slow motion just in space, and you feel like you're actually there, and it's very well done. So what essentially happens is that Shepard dies in the first 5 minutes, about that. Well, first 5 or 10. It all depends on how long the opening sequence takes you. But then you get rebuilt by Cerberus. Now, Cerberus is a, well, I don't really want to say agency, but I guess they can almost be a kind of like a group that Shepard has not been fond of. He's wanted to bring them down for quite a while. So, you know, so then it adds like that tension between not only him, but every other kind of, but like every other kind of, I guess, life form in the galaxy. So, not going to give away anything else, but he ends up joining with Cerberus, and that's all I'm going to give away. If you do want any kind of spoilers, I will post a link to get to the full story on the right there, and then yeah. So it's but the story is very well done this time, just like Mass Effect 1. It is extremely well done. Only problem. The ending, I mean, like, it's not as powerful as Mass Effect 1 was, but, you know, I think it's just to get all the hype up for Mass Effect 3, really. But let's get to overall gameplay. The gameplay is very improved, like, immensely. The cover system has been improved. I believe the original used like left trigger like to go into cover, which was stupid. But now in the second game they've made it A, so it's almost like Gears of War style, but there's no blind firing or any of that. But still, really well done. Like, they extremely improved combat. It's a very action-oriented game. You can tell for sure by the game, by just playing the opening. It's going to be action-oriented. BioWare, it almost seems like EA was pressured by BioWare to kind of make it more action-oriented, and you can tell because, I mean, you look at all their previous games, like Army of Two, The 40th Day, you know, you got like their sports games, Dead Space, you know, all those games. You got, it's pretty much EA's just stamped. You can kind of see it right there, and then there's a big EA stamp right there. But the gameplay is very well done. It's very much improved. Although the bad part to that is that the skill tree, for example, feels very stripped down. For example, in the first game, they had very RPG elements to it, so you could fix like your fitness, you could fix certain kinds of health, you know, you could have like your assault training and all that. In this game, it's more, they only have like about 6 skills, and they're pretty much just all powers. and that is a bit of a disappointment to to RPG fans. And I've heard people say this already. I've heard lots of friends on my YouTube page say it already. But like that, and the inventory system is stripped down from the first one, which is it kind of makes me mad. If you don't have any downloadable content, then you're gonna be stuck with one thing of armor throughout the entire game, which is a big disappointment. All you have is upgrades, really. You don't get any new armor. But very well improved controls. Combat is great. It's very action. It's not as subtle as the first game was. And another point I wanna also make: the sex scene in this game isn't as good as the first one. The first one was a little bit more, I guess it would be like a passionate one. But this one, it's all right. I guess the only way to go is if you're with Miranda, because she has a wicked ass. You've got excellent voice talent and graphics as usual. You've got people, Trisha Helfer, Martin Sheen, Yvonne Strahovski. You've got all these very well-known actors, for example. But they really make the characters alive. Like, they are very powerful with those voice actors. One thing I want to make mention of is the slowdown. The slowdown comes in like the last 15% of the game, I'd say, during the last mission, where I'm not going to give anything away, but it's a very epic mission. And I think, and my theory of this is because of a disc swap. So what happens is at about 40 to 50% of the game, you're gonna have two discs in the game. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna switch. You're gonna play with one disc until about 50% of the game, and then you'll switch to the second. And then you play from about 50 to about 85%, and then at 85% you switch to the first one. So you switch back to the first one for the other 15%. Now, if you're gonna stop your game and not do it in one playthrough, you have to put in the first disc, and then as soon as you want to do your next mission, you're gonna have to pop in the second disc. It's very confusing. My idea for the slowdown is because the first disc is running about 65% of the game, and then the second disc is running about 35%. I think this is the problem, is that they're running too much on one disc. But that could be an idea for slowdown. I do have a good feeling that that's the reason why. Overall, it's really well done. They make a lot of improvements on it, but they also take things away. And by God, they took away the Mako. Thank God. They improve on a lot of things. A lot of things that you hated in the first one are gone. It's very technically well done, except for that last 15%, because it's a little laggy, I guess you could say. But the game is really well done. I believe it's my game of the year of this year. Overall, it's better than Mass Effect 1, although I do miss some things from Mass Effect 1 in this game. Mass Effect 3, I hope they take the great elements of the first one, the great elements of the second one, and combine them and make something absolutely awesome. I know it can happen. Overall, I give this a 9.7 out of 10. Yeah, my cool little logo. 9.7 out of 10, and I'd give Mass Effect 1 9.5, but I give this a 9.7 for the improved things that they do. But I take away those couple points. But I take away the 0.3% because of the things it's missing and the things I miss. So rate, comment, subscribe. Rate and comment down below, and then to the right, subscribe. It'd be awesome. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.